It is XCOM2. Welcome, hello, and it's very nice to see you. Before I get started, this episode should mark the end of March, which means that for an entire month we've been mowing down aliens, or have been being mown down by aliens, such as the Memorial War suggests. Looking back a little bit just for a moment, Lianlu fell in Operation Malefactor Armor, Episode 8. Aussie Mix, Episode 15, Operation Battle Fear, taken out by the Viper King. And Priad and Mufus most recently, taken out on an ambush after their covert op went awry. Impressively though, Priad and Mufus were actually still able to deliver the tracer rounds that we've put to good use already, so their sacrifice was not in vain. Between last episode and this episode, we have been able to get a couple of new faces in the mix though, so I think we'll start off proceedings by introducing our three new team members, Bert, Azelas and Andromac. Bert already got some work done on the previous mission during which he was rescued. He's a phalanx, and I've come to really love the phalanx, honestly. It's a great addition to the game. And yeah, got a lot of time for the old phalanxes. Bert's got a couple of upgrades that we can give off the bat, because he comes in at a sergeant, which is super nice. We'll go with the staples of the phalanxes at this point, which have become return fire and of course lightning hands. And we'll see Bert again fairly soon, I'm sure. Up next then is our new sapper, Azelas, who has an interesting look about them for sure. Nevertheless, comes in at sergeant as well. And I think we'll go with the blast panning survivability here, and then I am a big fan of anything involving suppression, so we'll roll with fire support, giving Azelas that additional bit of utility on top of bringing sweet grenades into the mix. And finally, Andromac, who up until just now was actually a member of Exalt. In the last mission, Reed captured Clara, Andromac, Prado, and brought them into the fold. They come in as a Dark Ranger, which isn't something that we've seen before, so I'm pretty interested to see what Andromac's got going on here. We currently can't really see them very well because, you know, they're wounded. I did update their outfit into something a bit more XCOM-y, as I didn't want them in their old Exalt clothes. I mean, let's be honest, that would have just been wrong. They do come with the Exalt flag, which I think is pretty cool, however. And yeah, they are a Dark Ranger, so let's take a look at what this looks like. I'm guessing it's probably just a Ranger class, except it's a Dark Ranger, because, you know, why not? And from the looks of things, I can't click things correctly, so let's try that one more time with feeling. But yeah, they are an assault, so if you think about Reed, Aethel, Rymir, they're the other assaults on the team. I feel like I'm missing someone, so I do apologise to whomsoever that was. But that old CQB dominance using their sword, although actually, no, these are slightly different. They get the subsonic shot that disorients the target but deals less damage and doesn't break concealment. That's the use your sword better, and then zone of control at corporal to increase their CQB. And as well as that, they come with phantom, so when the squad's revealed, they remain concealed, which is a brilliant starting point. Holy moly. We've got ourselves someone who could give Griffith a run for their money in Andromac then. I think I am probably going to roll Honed Edge over Blindside, but yeah, once Andromac here is taking care of those wounds that they sustained due to being shot at repeatedly by us in the last mission, it'll be cool to get someone with Phantom out on the field besides Griffith. So that's pretty great. I really want to capture more Exalt now, see what else they bring to the table. I'm really glad that it's not just Assault Infantry under a different name as well. That's cool. And just speaking of Assault Infantry, it's gonna really bug me if I don't remember who the fourth one is, but actually I'm safe. We do only have 3, and it is Aethel Reed right here. So there we go. Everything's fine. On such a subject, Aethel's back in action in 4 days, so that's good. I don't like not having an assault infantry available. We can at all help it. We're going to see alien encryption for sure. That's definitely going to be the next thing that happens, and then after that it's anyone's guess. It's most likely going to be another assault, but we'll see what today brings us. There's no reason why we can't just get right into things, I suppose. We are currently scanning for... Oh, that's not a bad get, reducing the contact cost of one of the countries we're yet to visit. We're going to carry on though for the time being, getting this alien wreckage taken care of, and take a look at what the research alien encryption will grant us as well.
Number of new discoveries, Commander.
So this is actually primarily just on the sort of golden path, the MSQ, the plot as it were, and it's research that unlocks additional means of research through what is known as the Shadow Chamber, which is something that we are going to have to build. It comes with a few extra little bits of cool functionality as well, and a big help is the Illyrian power integration. So there's your Shadow Chamber there. Will allow Tygan and Shen to conduct highly specialized projects to decrypt the aliens' most valuable secrets. Illyrian power integration is inspired, which is actually not bad. We could roll with that. It does unlock the plasma rifle. That's kind of big. It will take 19 days, so I'm just kind of wondering, is there anything that we want desperately before we take the inspiration on that? We still don't have psionics because there's just not been room due to the lack of engineers that we've had throughout this entire run. Laser grenades might be interesting, but I'm not too worried. I think our grenades are looking okay at the moment. Defense matrix would be useful, but it's a nice to have kind of thing rather than a must have kind of thing, and we're not currently, as far as I'm aware, and I don't want to eat my words, XCOM, we're not currently under threat of being attacked on the Avengers, so the defense matrix helps out if we are attacked. So no real need for that yet. Advanced psionic study, I'm going to assume will require psionics ex machina, so priests, no real reason there. The concussion grenade and destroyer vest sound really interesting, but honestly, I'm kind of just looking for reasons to just click research on Illyrian power integration. But now let's carry on. Faceless autopsy would give us the mimic beacon. Now in the base game without mods, the mimic beacon is kind of broken. What it does is you throw it like a grenade and it puts out this little holographic, you could treat it like an ABBA concert that gets attended by an aging old politician, if you like. But yeah, puts out that ABBA concert, and enemies, basically they'll just try and kill the holograph as opposed to yourself. Kind of lasts for like 1 or 2 turns. It's not as good now as it is in the base game because of little tweaks to it and things like that the mods bring. So it's one of the reasons why I haven't actually bothered with that research at all up until this point. Shield Bearer, this is something that we're going to eventually want to grab because it will lead us on to powered armor, but I kind of feel like we want to be killing stuff before we give it the option to kill us at this point. Overdrive Serum is kind of nice to have, but again, it's not something I've ever really felt like, oh, I really want that, you know? And then your data pad and cache decryptions, we can get away with not using those for now. We've got enough intel. We don't need access to an additional black site, so I think it's all in on taking this inspiration. 19 days, that's a long time, but that's going to take us a significant step forward in terms of our overall firepower. We do need to build the Shadow Chamber. That, I think, will be built in this exposed power coil, so we'll get to that when we get to that. I'm kind of like not really in a rush to do the Shadow Chamber. There's other things that we need to be taking care of, although ultimately the Shadow Chamber does lead to us, potentially anyway, saving the day here. I think the debris is probably going to be the next thing that happens, which is fine. I am wrong. We get a new assault mission. We have got 11 people available. 5 days on this timer. It does outright counter Wild Hunt, which would be quite nice to do. Wild Hunt is the dark event that makes it so the Chosen are much more likely to appear in combat. I'm wondering though if we let this timer roll a little bit. 5 days ain't so bad. We're not going to see anything new between now and then, but it wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing to see if we can get a few more people ready, and we might see another dark event counter pop up as well that we are more interested in taking. Really, I'm thinking about this minor breakthrough on the Avatar project here. Although that said, yeah, I think we'll roll this at least until it gets to like maybe a day or two away. There's no reason why we shouldn't. Some extra supplies from the debris, always good. We can, theoretically, if we wanted to, build the workshop here. The workshop would set us back 300 supplies, which is not an insignificant sum, it must be said. But it would help us out, I guess. I mean, would it though? Now that I actually look at it, I'm kind of like, would it? Because if we built the workshop for the 300 supplies, we're going to need to, like, remodel a bunch of stuff, and it's... Maybe... I don't quite remember if adjacent just means in immediacy, or if it's anywhere on, like, the row that they can apply extra staff to. I think it's just in immediate vicinity, actually. Oh, decisions. What else have we kind of interested in building? The training center for sure. That actually might not be a bad get, you know. And we could have kind of... We could go for the 170 supplies, I think it was, that the training center would take. Maybe we go training center. The workshop would ultimately prove useful. Especially the, you know, well-known and established lack of engineering staff that we've had up to this point. I think... Training center... How many engineers have we got? Let's take a look. We've got 3. We've got 1 in the infirmary right now, which is just forever needed. We've got 1 building resistance comms. But the workshop would be able to staff resistance comms, which is going to be useful before too long. But the training center could be useful right now. It's going to take 20 days to build. We're going to training center, and yeah, we'll get you in there. 10 days. That's amazing. No regrets. Still got 380 odd supplies in the bank. We're looking good. Let's do this. Scan a little bit longer. A few more people coming back. This assault mission looks like it's a delay rather than a counter. The Horde, so it's going to be a pretty straightforward one, although interestingly that it's paired with Savage. We do get a new field medic from the deal. That would bring us to crew capacity, which isn't a bad thing. We have got room to upgrade the crew capacity again, if I aren't talking out my backside. Let's take a look here. We do, yeah, 200 supplies. That is expensive, man. Woo. But that's not a bad option. An additional field medic. An additional field medic would actually be kind of nice, and the Horde means that we can run some of the lower ranked crew through this one. So we'll take this one, and hopefully my air or... Oh yeah, it'll be totally fine. Isn't going to be made fun of. So I guess we want to bring along some of these sergeants that we've got here. We'll get our new guys in the field. That's Acelaz and Bert. Good to get them, although, I mean, they're a bit of a ways away from getting the next promotion, but hey, start somewhere. We could field 2 phalanxes, to be honest, because we have got 2 Shadowkeepers, I believe. Let me just unequip here. Ooh, wardrobe malfunction on Sinatra. Yeah, need to take a look at that in a brief moment. First things first, yes, we have got 2 Shadow Keepers. So let's roll 2 Phalanxes, and let's fix Sinatra's lack of limbs, I guess. One moment. Good as new. Look at that. Arms, legs, everything attached. Just the way it should be. Who else can we field on this then? Overguard. Yep. Let's get a Marine on the go. And we've got Giga. Combat Engineer for sure. Actually, apart from the fact that I'm not super happy about fielding 2 Phalanxes, I'm fine with it. I don't think I'm happy about it. I think we're actually pretty golden. We'll bring Clav as well, see if we can get some extra kills on Clav. Clav's got the Temnotic rifle, that's where it went. So, let's see who can use the... Actually, apparently we've got 3 enhanced Shadow Keepers somehow. I don't understand how that's happened, but I am not going to question it. I think we probably want to run... Yeah, we'll run the Orc Shotgun on Eslas. That can be our upfront and personal kind of guy. We've got the mag rifles for... Don't know whether or not we want the magnetic support cannon or the charge gun. Although that said, I think this is a reasonable spread actually. In terms of who could use the tracer rounds, actually, now that I think about it a little bit further, we go mag support cannon on Overguard, and we switch the reflex sight out for the expanded magazine, and then add the tracer rounds into the mix. That is one heck of a magazine on that gun, with 86 aim. Could probably do a reasonable amount of damage. Certainly clear through a fair chunk of the horde. We'll have to remember that we've actually given Overguard all of those options. You know, I'm really good at remembering what I do before a mission starts. For Clav, we'll get here set up for reaction shots, and then for the shotguns, we'll roll Wildcats and Laser on the gun carried by Giga. And it looks like we've got, yeah, we've already got Ace set up with a nice shotty there as well. Last thing to do is give Bert a nanoscale, a class A. I'm going to never be able to pronounce this name correctly, so I'm probably just going to change the way I pronounce it every single time, because if I can't pronounce it correctly with consistency, I can mispronounce it with consistency. Bit of Predator armor. Missing Predator armor. No. I mean, I can buy one. We've got money to burn. Yeah, that's fine. Be a bit rude not to give Giga the Predator armor at this point, I suppose. And Gauntlet Mark II, mustn't forget the Gauntlet Mark II. And then I'm less enthusiastic about bringing a significant amount of grenades here. I wonder what the ultrasonic lure can do. Ultrasonic lures draw nearby lost towards a specific area, so it should still take the lost away from us actually if we get overrun, so that's not a bad thing to bring. And I guess we'll just roll standard grenades on everyone else, because we're not hoping to use those grenades. Savage is going to be interesting, but I think Ace Last, Bird, Sinatra, Overguard, Giga and Clav should be able to have this mission in the bank. Let's do this. I think we forgot to equip the upgraded shields on both of the phalanxes, didn't I? I'm sure that won't come back and bite us. Let's see what the operation name for this is, because I didn't really pay attention to that either. I was so excited about sending out our little sergeants, and I neglected to look at the details. I mean, the missing shields is kind of a bit more of an important detail than the mission name, but equally, if the mission name's really good, okay, it's Operation River Thing. So, why not? Let's get on the ground for Operation River Thing.
Don't ask me what they were doing down there, but now they've gotten themselves stranded. The Resistance is asking for our help. We'll have to do what we can to avoid being overrun.
We've seen this mission type before, where we've got to get in. Yeah, we get in, grab the VIP and their escort, who is currently passed out on the floor, and then get out of there. We have got Clav in concealment, so we'll take advantage of that, and we'll just get hustling, I suppose. 6 turns isn't very long, mind you. You might need to just get in the thick of things from the off. Let's bring Bert up front for that exact purpose. Might as well bring the noise from the off. Hopefully we don't have too much of a mountain of loss to chew through here, but you know. Nice 100% accuracy going on. Big fan of that.
X-ray down.
Okay, 98% on the last one, but it was slightly smaller. Kind of like Oddjob in the Nintendo 64's GoldenEye.
Got it.
Good to go.
A game that, if you took it all seriously, you would ban Oddjob from multiplayer. Because, you know, he was slightly smaller, so therefore it was harder to shoot him in the head.
Moving out.
Bet you didn't think you were going to get some GoldenEye 007 on N64 lore today, huh? That's a surprise that I was not expecting. Oh, sure. Well, 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 Gerher. Well, well, well.
And I will end this quickly.
Sounds like that Chosen is headed right for us. Keep your guard up and your eyes peeled.
What I get for coming into this, going, it's just a bunch of lost, we'll be fine. We'll take that fight if she comes to us. Worry is that we want to rescue the downed field medic. However, to do that means someone can't fight. They'll, you know, be carrying the unconscious field medic.
Gotcha.
Bert's just making it look easy now that he's got a gun capable of actually doing something. Because poor Bert only had the standard pistol in the last mission.
Alright, I'll go.
Seems doable.
Roger that.
And yeah, okay, so Sinatra, Bert's been making this look simple. Can you?
Impressed yet?
Should have been keeping count of these kills, really.
Not too shabby.
It's a good thing the game's empty, so we'll see at the end.
You know that was good. Did you see that one?
Sinatra's actually landing
Missed the target.
like way more shots than I anticipated there. It's a shame that they missed that last one.
Okay, so I got one.
Overgold's got 7 bullets in the magazine and the tracer rounds. Unfortunately, they don't have vision. Giga's running a shotgun, so see how they do with that. Terribly, how it goes.
No good.
We also have Edgelas with the shotgun. Much better job than Giga did, with a less chance to hit as well. Can you do it again? Downtown? You can.
Did you see that one?
Hey, yeah. Love to see it. Alright, reload.
Locked and loaded.
Clav, I don't know, had... Oh, Clav did have a shot. Nailed it.
You can't handle me.
Shame about the reveal. I think that's everything, yes. Oh, we have got one more active, actually. Right, we'll overwatch on Clav and Overguard and see if we can cap that last straggler. There he is. Clav dings a hit at 49% as well, but not quite a kill. Overguard in with the gigantic cannon, completely missing.
Enemy still up.
Really unfortunate. Who's got the most bullets? Probably Bert, because they got a reload off at the end of the last turn. There we go.
Nailed him.
Makes it look good. And that lovely black and yellow hex pattern suit of armor they're wearing. Howler's probably not going to go down in one shot, but that would be beneficial if it did for sure. Sinatra's going to need a reload no matter which way we look at it. That guy was in there, so maybe A-Class has a decent shot. From a blue move, no chances there. It's a shame really, because it would be nice to actually kill that Howler this turn rather than potentially have it go rah.
I'm going.
Which is of course, there you are. That gonna be a shot? That it stood there, so Clav could potentially hit it from here. Apparently not. No. Okay. I mean, it's fine. It's nothing that Overwatching won't answer. So that just reloads to Overwatch. You know what, Overguard, you just reload as well, and we'll get the shotguns on watch. And I think Clap can just pistol Overwatch rather than rifle, because... Oh, hello, my old friend. Don't worry, Gerher, we didn't forget about you. Nice connection from Clav.
Not good.
No go from Bert though, Giga in for the finish, that's fine. No howls today, thank you. So, Gerher, the assassin, was kind of up there. Well, I guess we're going to have to take some cover, just in case she goes for the shot. I'll tell you what we'll do actually, we'll put the two phalanxes out front. So that's a little bit further. Everyone else, we kind of need to spread out in case of harbour waves as well. X-Class can't really move as far as I was hoping. Giga, same goes. I guess we'll just blue move to where we can on this one. Clav needs a reload.
Ready to engage.
X-Class, I guess you can take cover here. We'll set up overwatches for her coming in, although I can't recall. No, she can be hit by overwatches, so it's worth setting those up. Having covered, no actions here. And Overguard, maybe we bring, although we don't have a medic, and I'm not enthusiastic about any hits being taken, and we can all avoid it, which honestly is probably wishful thinking, but we live in hope. Here she comes. Oh, she's just going to play us again. What are you doing? Fair enough. Just wants to sort of wobble around up there for a bit longer, then it's not the worst thing that could happen.
Adjusting sight.
Looking at the health pools on these Lost, it's certainly a job for Sinatra and Bert. So let's see what Sinatra can do first. We'll give Sinatra a fair shot. I think what would be nice is getting Sinatra in here, activating the VIP, putting Sinatra to work, and then Sinatra runs the carry or the field medic that we've got on the ground there next turn. Yeah, let's roll this.
Whatever you say.
The VIP is secure, Commander.
Actually looks like they've got a shot on the Chosen as well. So we could lightning hand that.
VIP manning the turret controls, there's
Depending
nothing
on what she
keeping the
does.
Lost from overrunning this area.
We have got a lot of
Already
Lost
closing in.
suddenly coming after us, like sharks with knees.
I never forget the one who marked me.
We've got our shot at the Chosen.
Okay,
Let's
so
make sure it
65%
counts.
on the Chosen's not my favourite thing in the world. Let's see what we can do here. Actually, let's just start putting Sinatra to work on as many of these Lost as we can.
Well, how about that?
If they've got 100% shots on all of these dashes, that will be phenomenal. Looking good so far.
Did you see that one?
And another one.
Not too shabby.
2 more bullets. 96, 95 on a dasher, 95 on a dasher. We'll take the dashers down.
You know that was good.
And then, do we want to Shadowfall the Chosen? Would end Sinatra's turn. We'll hold on to that for a brief second. Let's see if we can do anything about that armor. Actually, I'm a fool. We've got an ultrasonic lure. Guess what, assassin? You're gonna have some friends coming your way. In fact, you're gonna have a lot of friends coming your way. So I think that's the third swarm in like as many turns. As well, kind of range you got on this. Not quite hitting the mark. Let's push you up a bit further forward. Okay, Salas, and then we'll put that grenade to work. Strip some of that armor. Excellent, that's her on no armor now, yeah. And another lost swarm. How many is that active now? This is not going to backfire. That's 22, that's a reasonable amount of killer zombies. Can we... Oh, the god doesn't have a shot on the assassin from this high ground, which is really unfortunate. Doesn't quite cut it there. That's a shame, because there's no real shot that Overguard can take from cover either. We'll come back to Overguard then. Plav doesn't have a shot either. Interesting. He's chosen a really naff place to stand, it's got to be said. You just need to run. In fact, go and hide behind warm embrace of Bert. And what Bert could actually do here is shield wall.
Digging in.
And that puts high cover around our VIP. Sinatra is completely out of actions because we threw the sonic lure. Giga, I kind of want to get in a position to start making use of the flamethrower if we need it, so they're kind of going to be the last one onto the evac. The trouble is that we are wide open to flanks from any blue move that we do, so I think we'll just get Giga into position. A Howler is fine. We have got Bert hanging out in the open, so if any sort of shot from the Chosen's coming our way, it should, in theory, go towards Sinatra or Bert. Which is, you know, kind of the point. Flav, actually, what's the situation if you brace? Nothing massively different, so we can just, yeah, we'll just pistol overwatch you. And Overguard then, I think, real shame that Overguard can't quite hit the mark on the Chosen there, huh? Let's instead leave Overguard exactly where they are.
All with the Elder's commander at my service.
Faceless has entered the building, or street between the buildings is more accurate, of course. Faceless is going to come towards us, and isn't going to be impacted by the lost. But kind of wish we'd run the rifle overwatch on Cloud now. Still, Overguard landing that shot's good. And that's the harbour wave going in the best direction it honestly could go in. Good amount of kills though, yikes. We had 23 active, I think. That was at least 7, right? The important thing is that she is distracted and our guys are chilling. They've got VIPs to worry about. Those Dash are right up in her business now. She's going nowhere. Look at that. Ooh.
Firebrand is in position. Get back to the entry point for extraction before you
rather than...
up more heat signatures than the
Well,
sensors
actually,
can keep up
77... See what you can do about this guy. Perfect. That's exactly what we were after. Completely forgot that you were 100 faceless for a brief moment there as well. You are the honorary bus for this medic. So we'll start ferrying this guy out of there, this class out of here, depending on what they are. How greedy am I feeling? Alright, go on.
Whatever you say.
Totally. Definitely worth it. We are so low on Illyrium cores. Alright. Sinatra's in a little bit of a situation, so I think Bert and Sinatra are going to just support each other. Giga is... Do I want a flamethrower? There's no real reason to. Would be nice if we could get the connection on Gruntilda over there. Now we'll just stick to the plan. That's what we'll do. We'll stick to the plan. I guess we just shield wall again. That's fun. Let's not do that. Let's just shield wall again. And Chosen just flat out didn't move, but it looks like Overguard does have a couple of shots from out of cover. That was the problem last bit, of course. It's all coming back to me now. Giga then. As much as this rocket would be a super fun time for everyone involved, I'm not that enthusiastic about using it because it gets rid of all these lost. Maybe we... No. You know what, Giga? You just reload and you chill.
Let's do this.
Meanwhile, our actual VIP is now under the tender loving embrace of Overguard. Does Rouse connect? Rouse would be a connection. Could potentially burn her, but again, we're going to get rid of all those dashes, which just doesn't suit our purposes here. Tell you what, 42% on the shotgun, 1 damage guaranteed. Still a little something something. Any kill on the assassin in this mission is nothing more than like a bonus. Not interested in killing it. Oh no, you blinded all of your friends. It's another swarm. It is getting a little bit out of hand now.
I wouldn't have thought that an even lesser form of human could possibly exist.
It's mean, isn't it? That's certainly a predicament. Wow. That's certainly not an insignificant amount of damage either. Maybe the Lost kill it before we get home.
Stepping off.
It's definitely a possibility. The great thing that's going on right now is that we've got a clean run.
On it.
Because the assassin can do nothing in this situation. So we'll take that for real. The last episode was called Taking Full Advantage, but this is really something else. Don't doubt the power of the ultrasonic lure, I guess.
I am the shadow.
You can't do anything. Okay, you can take a shot at the brute. And there's more coming. If I remember correctly, actually, the way these missions work is that once you activate the VIP, such as we have, you just get a swarm every turn. He might actually be killed by the Lost. I think that's 1 hit point remaining. Totally could have left Giga there for the coup de grace, but I'm way more interested in just getting everyone home safely. Where is Sinatra? There you are.
I'm all over it.
Let's just keep hustling, because once she goes down, which should be the next turn, yeah, she's got 1 hit point left. This is crazy. All of their 29 Lost are coming for us. So I think VIP is completely secure. We'll just make as much space between us and them as possible. I'm not going to take the evac yet, except for on the VIP.
Firebrand is the VIP safely on board the Sky Ranger.
It is now Bert that is technically the closest to that unholy mess of alien zombies. And Overguard, you're chilling.
Affirmative. Covering now.
Another harbour wave.
No escape.
she might be able to break out of this mess she's in. Although that didn't quite get the connection I was expecting. There's an interesting camera angle there.
One down, thousands to go.
He's down. Rare to find an opponent worthy of my skills. Rarer still to
The opponent
find
worthy of her
capable
skills
besting me
was
more
not
than
us,
once.
by
We
any
showed
stretch
the
of the
Chosen that
imagination.
The resistance is here to stay, Commander. Now we just have to find that thing and
I mean,
put it down for good. Menace 1-5.
It was us if
Keep
you
pushing
count
towards the
using
evac
an
point.
ultrasonic
No
lure.
matter what you do, you're never gonna make a dent in the Lost. There's just too many
So
coming
glad
in.
we brought it. For real.
Got it.
That lure has just made this the most relaxing
Tired of waiting
date
around.
with the Lost we've had.
Beat feet.
I think that's everyone home completely unscathed. And I think by a fair margin, Bert really took away all the kills there.
Out of here.
That is a really nice welcome breather
Recovered the
comparative to the
VIP's
last few
escort.
missions we've done.
We'll get
I'm
her
not going to
patched
pretend
up and
otherwise.
ready to redeploy into the field.
All XCOM operatives are secure. Firebrand is returning to base.
And watching her get absolutely tunneled by all the both Lost was really satisfying. Yeah, flawless. Not a single hit was taken that day. So Ace got 2 kills, not so bad. Bert on 7, not the MVP, interestingly. Sinatra actually the MVP, which is, you know, fair enough. Landed more kills than Bert did as well. 72 damage, 10 out of 11 shots. Moved the furthest, rescued the field medic that we wanted to rescue. Fair enough, yeah. MVP for Sinatra seems reasonable. We skipped over Overgod there. Didn't have much for Overgod to do on that. We didn't really have much for anyone to do on that. Kiga, present and accounted for, and Cloud present and accounted for. Missing that Overwatch shot, but otherwise, yeah. Well, I have to say, absolutely 100%. That was a really nice palate cleanser. Naturally, probably means that the next mission we do is going to be a complete disaster.
All weapon fire and wounds were simulated to better train Advent forces.
No one took a single shot or swiped from the Lost or anything. Everyone was just, oh, we've got this ultrasonic lure, we might as well use it. Okay, peace. A well-earned, hard-fought victory.
Just goes to show that the Chosen are vulnerable.
Surprisingly, there were no promotions as a result of that.
Figure out how to keep them down.
But hey, we got to
No casualties.
we got a new field medic. We got to put Ace and Bert out in the field for the first time. So, you know, all said and done, that's a reasonable day, I would say. Looks like some positive traits have come into play there as well. Hunter of Sectoids, Hunter of Faceless, so that's pretty nice. But yeah, we'll leave things there. What a nice...
This is the voice of the Resistance, spreading the truth about what's really happening out there. Word from the front lines, XCOM has once again proven that despite what Advent would have you believe, humanity isn't going down without a fight.
You're absolutely right, Resistance Radio. As long as we've got ultrasonic lures, we can do anything. Thank you very much, as always. I'll see you all next time.